Hi, welcome to this video about making a white varnish to try and match the white oak or light oak style of laminate flooring that you see all over everywhere these days. I was asked by a customer to make a threshold for their front door. Forklift messing around out there. To match in with white oak flooring which they had laid in their hallway, and rather than go and buy a really expensive pot of Osmo, which I know do a really nice white wax oil, I thought I'd try and come up with something cheap and easy because it was only for one threshold, and this is what I came up with. So it's a mixture of this no-nonsense quick drying interior water-based varnish and crown trade satin, quick drying again, and you mix the two together, and this is what I came up with. So this is a piece of the threshold that I fitted. This end obviously is untreated and this has the white on it. I hope you can see that, but it looks very much like the sort of finish you get on laminate flooring. Now this varnish does say not to use it on a floor, but I suspect that's because they sell dedicated flooring varnish which is a bit more expensive. But I can't answer for whether it will be hard enough to use on a floor. Possibly if you don't wear shoes indoors it would be okay. I mean, it's fairly solid. So when I made this one for this threshold, I wasn't concentrating on how much I was putting in, I just did it by eye. So I've done a little test which looks something like this. And this was the result. So as a percent, we've got 5% of paint, so that was 10 grams of varnish and half a gram of paint. 10% of paint, so that was 10 grams of varnish, 1 gram of paint. 20%, which is 20 grams of varnish, 2 grams of paint, and 40%, which is 10 grams of varnish, 4 grams of paint. Now obviously you can see there's quite a difference in the effects there. This one you can barely see at all, but it still is slightly white. You can see next to the untreated area next to it. If you were going to do this at home and use it, if you do it at sort of 5% like this and decide it's not white enough, you can give it a second coat with the whitened varnish. If you do it and decide that it's exactly as white as you want it but it needs more varnish, you can just put varnish without paint in it over the top of it, which is actually what I did with this. It was that colour after the first coat of white varnish, which was what I wanted. So I just put clear varnish over the top of it, and it seems to have worked well. So that is my top tip for interior quick drying no nonsense varnish, which by the way says it's touch dry after an hour. But in reality, it's touch dry after about 5 minutes. So if you're doing something where there's kids around, or it's likely to be dusty, or anything where you want a really quick drying finish, this is the stuff. It does need a good rub down with sort of, I used about a 240 grit after the first coat because it really raises the grain because it's water based. But after that, the second and third coats went on really smooth. It goes on with a brush. You do get tram lines after the brush, but nothing hideous, so it doesn't smooth itself out like an oil-based varnish or stain would do. But this is good stuff, and this is a really cheap way of getting that white finish. And I'm now going to show you a piece of furniture, pine furniture, which I've treated with it, which I think looks pretty good. So thank you for watching. And keep subscribing, keep liking. I've got quite a lot of subscribers now, which I'm really pleased about. But I appreciate all the support that I get, and I like getting involved in the comments. So keep doing that. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for watching.